Hello, and this week's tree is sugar maples. Well, native maples. Okay, I'm going to make this as simple and clear as possible. If you live in North America, there are only 13 species of maple trees that you should plant. Here's the list of those 13 species and their native range. Any other maple tree is just going to be a no. That includes Norway maples and Japanese maples, and I will list the reasons down below. But here's also another reason why. Maple syrup. Yes, maple syrup is a tasty treat mastered by North American indigenous populations for centuries. In Lenape culture, sugar maples or any native maple are sacred because of this. There's a whole story and song in their tradition about the sugar maple and the woodpecker. It's great. You should read it. It teaches us how plants and animals depend on each other, including humans. Maple syrup provided something sweet and gave energy to people, especially during the long winter months. But here's the thing about maple syrup. Not much of it gets exported. So anywhere else you go in the world, you get this stuff put on your pancakes. It's called stroop or caro. So I've heard nothing but horror stories of my fellow Canadian neighbors going to the pancake capital of the world, Amsterdam, and they're gonna get the best pancakes in the world. They want nothing but butter and maple syrup covering them, and then this stroop stuff gets slammed on the table, and they have to put that on that, and it just ruins the experience. Apparently, nothing tastes better than maple syrup on pancakes. So once you have maple syrup, you don't go back. So in order to keep up with the maple syrup production going on, we must take care of the environment, and that will help maple syrup farmers or cultivators, whatever you want to call them. And the way we can do that is by planting native maples in our native, that are in our native range. This helps a lot. It prevents a monoculture from coming in. It also helps prevent diseases from coming in, or even insects taking over and killing, native vegetation and habitats, which helps the farmers because they don't really have to worry about invasive species or a disease taking out the trees and killing them. And then when that happens, they have to rip everything out, cut down trees, and then plant a new tree, and then wait for those new trees to mature in order to harvest from them. So by planting native, we keep the production of maple syrup up, and we continue this tasty treat for generations to come. Because trust me, you do not